But yeah, moving on to Andor. We're almost at the end of this first season. We got about 4 more episodes to go, which is a little disappointing. Yeah, there's been a lot. There's been a lot of tension brewing here. We got a hefty amount of episodes that had some decent action. Episode 6 was just like mind-blowingly good. Episode 7, obviously, that was some more connected tissue to Rogue One and for the wider Star Wars universe. It kind of slows down a little bit here in episode 8 with this week episode, but given all the action we got in these initial 3 episodes, 5, 6, and 7, I can understand. Okay, let's calm down a little bit. Let's kind of spend some time trying to, see what the other rebels are doing and kind of, see how much further they brew their plans and move things and, play a little bit of chess and kind of see how that works out. But yeah, all I know is this show has been firing on all cylinders. This show shouldn't have been this good as it is. And I will say it again, if you guys would have told me like a couple years ago when they announced this show that was going to be this fire every single episode, I would have called you a liar. And I would have told you, give me $5 for every episode that's bad. I would have had a nice, decent amount of change. Or I'll be broke because then I got to be paying, for saying that the show was going to be bad. But yeah, I've been enjoying Andor, every single bit of it. I'm just like super hyped. So I'm all caught up now. So I'm looking forward. I know a lot of the press people have been getting the last few episodes. We haven't gotten it yet, which I'm a little upset. Disney, you already know what to do. Send them my way. But yeah, I'm hearing some mixed things about it for now, but I'm enjoying Andor every single episode. It's a really great show.
How many episodes again? We're getting
I think 12.
12, right? All right, so we're at 8 now.
So we have 4 episodes left. So we've got another month or so.
Good.
Of Andor to go before the year is over.
True. So. Okay. I gotta echo exactly what Ozzy said. I freaking love this show. It's so fucking good. I think it's even more compelling just seeing the journey right now that hey, this dude's in freaking jail because of nothing. He's just because he was a little overly cautious.
I know it's because of nothing, but I'm still questioning. It's like, why?
Yeah.
But why?
Petty as hell. Petty as hell.
He literally didn't do anything.
And mind you, the voice
because he was possibly running.
Yes, possibly. Like he was part of it. It's like I'm going to the store.
Why are you sweating? But why are you sweating? It's hot outside.
We're
in the middle of a fucking desert.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And mind you, I love the fact that like it was the voice of Darth Maul, also Star Killer. If you guys know that guy, or Being Human, the show and everything. He was the vampire in the English version. United States version. Right. He did that cameo. He's the one that got him arrested. So I was like, I love that, by the way. But it just adds to it, man. It's hilarious. So like this is just going to add, it either can add fuel to the fire for him to be like, okay, maybe I need to be a rebel instead. But obviously we're going to have to worry about him actually having a hit on himself because he chose to go the other way instead of like going all the way through with this chick and all that kind of stuff from the heist, and just showing the repercussions of everything that happened just because of the fact that he did a job. Now his mom is just going to die a rebel at Ferrix. His sweetheart is essentially probably going to also either be incarcerated or something along those lines.
I think based on the way this episode ended, she's probably going to bite the dust at this point.
Yeah, she definitely it's just going to have to add the extra because like guess what, we didn't hear any word of her in Rogue One story, so it sucks. But like,
see, that was my immediate thought. That was my immediate thought. I was like, okay, we've been following Bix for a few episodes now, and we got some exposition on their former relationship. And how her new boyfriend super jealous, which obviously had a ripple effect on what he's been having to deal with.
Literally, his jealousy made a ripple effect on the galaxy.
Yep.
Let's think about that, by the way.
And
one man's jealousy.
And they got him killed on top of that.
And he got him. Yep.
And they got him killed on top of that, which is the crazy part.
No. You know what? That didn't even get him killed. Whatever dumbass decision he made at that end there, where he was like, "Is she bleeding? Yeah. I'm gonna charge towards you with a gun while you have a gun pointed at me."
His ego.
His two choices got him killed.
It's just a
But
shame.
yeah, that was my initial thought. Once Deidre locked her up and put her on the chair, I was like, she has to bite the dust. We haven't heard anything. We never heard anything about
Deidre's a
Bix in Rogue One.
cold son of a bitch.
She's calculated. I don't know. I've been seeing some theories and some rumors that she might not be fully Imperial. She might be a well-planted rebel.
Well,
spy.
she fits in very well.
Yeah,
but I don't think that's the case. I don't
she's
think
committed
that's the
to the
case.
act if she's
yeah, if she is, she's fully committed on.
She's just better at doing at being what do you call it? She's just better at bootlicking than the one dude that honestly lost his job. She's just more tenacious and better at like hiding it than he was. Right. He was just more inept, and he didn't have the stones. He didn't have the stones to do the things that he wanted to do.
Yeah, and I think that's what it comes down to. Like, I think she tries too hard to be a rebel. You know what I mean? So it's like, obviously this is going to be her. There's going to comeuppance. There will be a comeuppance for her, but at the same time, I think that, like, to plant her as a double agent right now, I don't think it's even worth it.
I don't think so either.
It's not.
She's
worth
way
it.
too committed.
Yeah,
and also she's going out of her way. She's going out of her way to like find this rebel stuff, so like it just wouldn't make sense.
Yeah,
even going against the higher ups and all that, and that's even going against all the implications they implemented at post all that big that big case. It's like, yo, everybody's y'all better start falling in line, and y'all really gonna start getting the smack it down if you're not listening. You know what I mean? But
it's all I know. This series is just is one-upping itself every single episode. I think even when it's kind of down, you know what I mean? It slows down. Again, it slowed down this episode, and I thought it was awesome because they had to do that. For Mon Mothma, going through the details of like how she's getting her cash so she could fund the rebellion, and trying to add
that was so interesting to me.
It really is. It's great. Everything about it. It's like this. We said it on the text messages earlier today. We're like, how do people hate this show? And I
don't get how people find it boring.
Exactly. I'm like,
people
are tired of Wilbur.
It's like Ed and I were saying through text. It's like, if it ain't flashy lightsabers, force pushing, and Skywalkers, people don't want it.
Dude, I saw someone said it's great. I just can't get into it. What?
That makes no sense. That makes no sense. That's a whole walking contradiction.
It's great. I just can't get into it. Then it's not great.
Then it's not great.
What are you talking about?
I will not sit here and go on any social media platform.
So it makes no sense.
Or on this podcast alone, be like, you know what? It's a great show. It ain't for me though.
See, it's like you have to give a reason why it's great to you, but you also are not into it. It's like, listen, I love how good it looks and all that, but I wasn't a fan of it.
Anything as to why people don't like this show. The pacing is too slow. What show are you watching? Because that makes no sense to me. Like I said, even today's episode, which was, they really slowed down the pace of the series. Granted, we got 3 heavy hitting episodes prior to this episode fully coming to an essential standstill. But even then, you're getting more of the other rebels who are still trying to, have their own plans and trying to put their ideals in motion and get all the political stuff. Like, okay, who's aligning with who? Which Imperials are switching sides? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's stuff that's going to further the narrative to the big finale we're going to get. And then obviously tie it all into Rogue One by the time we get to the end of season 2. So it's like, I don't understand why people are like, they can't get into the show. Granted.
Yeah.
We don't got Jedis. We don't need the Jedis. Rogue One is not praised the way it is for having Jedis in the movie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's so much good shit. I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
No, like I was just gonna say, even though so I just binged the last 3 episodes earlier today,
Nice.
and the last episode, like you said, it really takes it down a little bit on the action side of things. But like, man, like every scene, like I think what's her name? Who's the senator? Mothra? Like,
Mothma?
Yep.
Mothma. Is it Mothma or Ra?
Mon Mothra.
Mon Mothra.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a little tongue twister, but once you get used to it, you got
But I was just thinking Godzilla and Mothra. No, but like the senator, like I actually really enjoy her character. Like every time I see her, it feels tense because she is playing that facade around a million eyes that could possibly be watching her. Her driver, she knows, is watching. Her husband no way she can trust him. But you know, she doesn't know if he's watching or suspects.
Right.
But she, no matter what, she's like, I can't trust that guy. And then, you know, she's trying to bring someone else in, which is a ridiculously tough thing to do, to bring anyone into something that's considered technically treason. And you would probably like, that's not prison. Like, you're just going to get killed at that point.
Oh, yeah,
the stuff that she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
So like, it's life and death bringing anyone new in. So like, her trying to bring someone in, like, it just felt tense. And like her going, smile. Like, smile, laugh,
smile.
laugh.
We're talking about
you know, because like she knows it's all an image. If they're watching, let them watch. I'll show them what they want to see.
Yeah,
but they won't see what's really happening. And I just love that. And that's how so many characters have to act in this world, because the empire is so big. It's always watching.
Yeah.
And I just love how many of these characters feel like they do feel real within this world. Absolutely. They just feel fleshed out, like this is life and death for them, and this is the cause that they want to fight for and everything. So yeah, I'm like invested every episode. And I just don't see how people aren't. Of course things aren't for everyone, but like, man, especially if you're a Star Wars fan, I don't know how this
for
is
everyone,
it for you.
but you can't go on the record and be saying it's great, but it's not. I can't get into it. You know what I mean? Like, you can't say shit like that.
It's funny because one of my friends, he was just telling me, he was like, I don't, he was saying the same thing. He's mirroring everything. He's like, I don't know if I can't really get into it and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, what do you mean? I was like, wait, tell me something. Did you watch Rogue One? And he's like, no, I never got to finish it. I'm like, that's the reason why you can't get into it.
I have seen some people that thought Rogue One was trash, and I'm like,
they don't understand.
Bro, it's hands down one of the best.
I don't understand how you can watch Rogue One and
it's
think
not
it's trash.
my number one. And speaking of which, loving all the cameos we're getting. Andy Serkis,
bro, we got Saul,
we got Saul Guerrera.
Oh yeah, I knew Saul was coming.
Oh my!
I wasn't expecting Andy Serkis.
You know what's funny?
Hands down, we're gonna get Jen Erso at some point. We have to get her at some point.
Probably.
We just have
to.
But
I actually, which is great. I put this together. I feel like they're going to show how Saul got injured with needing the freaking, the freaking breathing respirator and everything like that in this series, because then he changes his mind to do this deal, whatever like that he's hesitant to do right now. And I'm just like, I see him, I'm like, he looks fine. He looks normal.
He looks pretty good. He looks in pretty good shape.
He's going to get fucked up. And I'm just like, little bit like things like this. And I'm just like, I see the pieces. I know where it's supposed to go, and I'm just like, but I can't wait to see how they do it. Because there's just so many.
And actually, that's been a lot of the complaints I've been seeing on social media too, from a lot of other podcasters, creators, fans, or whatever you want to call them. They're like, well, we don't want to see these stories because we know how it ends.
It's the dumbest excuse. It's the dumbest argument.
We know what happens already. It's like, yeah, we know what happens in Rogue One. That is one aspect of the overall story. We don't know all that he's been going through now. Andor has been going through now. All these rebels have been going through right now. We didn't know all that. We didn't see all that before Rogue One. But we're seeing it now. Yeah, we know what happens in Rogue One. They all fucking die. We all know that. That doesn't detract or take away or make that death less impactful, because we're witnessing that journey at this point in time after the fact.
We got to remember, Clone Wars, the animated series, is one of the best things out ever made for Star Wars universe, because of the fact that they gave us some of the mid pieces of how it got to Revenge of the Sith. And this is because it gave us the things that we didn't see in the movies. Same thing with all the other stuff. Like, guess what? Yes, there were Skywalkers and lightsabers and everything in episode 1 and episode 2. But guess what? Those happened before, and we knew where they were going. We saw, we know he becomes Darth Vader. They're literally
following the original formula, and people are like, well, no, I don't want it that way. But it's like, what do you mean? That's what made Star Wars, the way that was presented, that story was presented back in the 70s, is what made Star Wars the big franchise that it is now. They gave you the end result first, and then took you back to like, okay, listen, this is how Anakin Skywalker becomes Darth Vader. You already know he redeems himself before he dies, but this is how he falls and succumbs to the dark side.
See how much he fucking killed people before he became a good guy again for 2 seconds. You know what
I mean? See all the genocide he committed before.
And I feel like the only reason they complain is because they died. But if they were living, people would be like, oh yeah, I want to see how they got there.
No,
So,
that's
like,
one of my favorite things.
So like because they're dead, why would we not still want to see that journey beforehand?
Exactly.
I want to see all the journeys. I want to see all the journeys.
I don't care if they're living or dead. Like if it's a cool story,
Yep.
I want to know. I want to see that journey.
If they cripple like Saw, give me the story as to how he got crippled. I want to see that.
Yeah, because that's more entertaining than most like other stories that we're getting. So it's just like, come on, people, like just get over it. Because guess what? We seen Yoda as the old as Yoda not fighting anybody, but guess what? When we saw him in freaking episodes 1 through 3 being a badass,
whooping ass.
Don't tell me no one was happy we got that. Like no matter what you think about the prequel trilogies, don't tell me anyone was like, oh, I really wish they didn't show that.
Exactly. Everybody's a liar, like if they say that. But all I know, Andor is giving me what I want, and I already know there's enough numbers to give us all the extra seasons. So
yeah,
keep it going. Let's do this. Let's do this.
All I know is this Ahsoka. I know is gonna hit as good as this. I know Mando season 3 is gonna hit as good as this. I'm hoping if they move forward with Book of Boba Fett season 2, it hits as hard or as closely as hard as this. Any other live action show that we're doing, I want The Acolyte to hit as hard as Andor is hitting right now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Oh, so and the kind of side tangent is the one that the series that just dropped, The Tales of the Jedi. Guess what, guys? It's animated, but it's a prequel. It's a prequel. So
how dare they? How dare they? We already know what happened.
Showing you stories from young Ahsoka.
We already know what happened.
Count Dooku.
They're dead in present day, so we can't watch them now.
Yeah, actually, no one knows if technically. No, Ahsoka's not dead, at least. But
no, she's still alive, as we see in
but Dooku she definitely dead.
Yeah, Count Dooku is long gone.
Unless
he found a way to channel that.
Well, he wasn't a Sith master, so
no, he wasn't.
Yeah, so that means unfortunately he didn't learn all the cool shit that everyone else did. So it's
an unworthy apprentice. That's how he got Darth Vader. Poor bastard.
Oh god, dude, guys, listen to the audiobooks, by the way. Any like the Count Dooku audible books, phenomenal. Check those out, and you're gonna get so much more from it, and you're gonna fall in love with his character even more, knowing the fact that like this is so much
Star Wars content.
So much fun. Great.
I can never get enough of Star Wars. If I had Star Wars every day, I would watch it every day.
I would be fine with it.
Which theoretically I can do if I want to go back and rewatch everything. Disney Plus is right there, so theoretically, I could have Star Wars every single day. But yeah, we'll leave Andor there until we're gonna do this again. We're gonna wait until maybe the season finale to kind of revisit Andor.
4 episodes will be nice.
You want to do
kind of focus on how everything. Yeah. We can,
guys, you know what, guys, in the comments, let us know if you want us to do maybe 2 episodes. I wouldn't mind just doing 2 episodes and then to finish it off that way, like then 2 more episodes.
That's optional.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like we're gonna I promise you, I'm pretty sure the next 2 episodes are going to give us something to talk about. So
next episode alone is probably going to, this episode alone gave us a lot to talk about. Exactly. We didn't even dive into it fully, to be completely honest.
We didn't. Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, we could probably either do it every 2 episodes or just wait till the last 4 episodes drop. But you guys let us know, obviously.
Yes, please.